Last week I told you about Sophie Trudeau's new role with Parks Canada. It's a ceremonial position, sure, but like everything with the Trudeau family, there has been a lot of promotion and hype by the government, by cabinet, and even by the Prime Minister's office surrounding her new position. Officially, Parks Canada's honorary guide for families. Well, some other media actually picked up on this as well, and I found it quite interesting that the Ottawa Citizen wrote a tongue-in-cheek article about it shortly after my video went out. The Citizen noted that the Parks Canada YouTube video that they produced about going snowshoeing with Sophie and Climate Barbie has only been viewed a measly 150 times. But that has not deterred this government, Parks Canada, nor Sophie or Climate Barbie. In fact, last Friday they rolled out another phase for Sophie's new role. The news release titled, and wait for it, Parks Canada will hold a unique Learn to Camp event on Parliament Hill. Look, I want to preface all my criticism for this event and the Parks Canada position for Sophie by saying, I love camping. I go every summer. It's part of life out here in BC and across this country. And based on some of the media coverage, it looks like the kids who went to the event on Parliament Hill had some fun, and that's great. But how much money do you think the government wasted on such an event? And how much money and resources are being dumped into this position for Sophie? We already know, based on previous access to information packets, that the staff in McKenna's office and the Prime Minister's office were pushing for this position. And wouldn't it seem more authentic if we actually believed Sophie Trudeau is into camping? Or are you like me and can only envision Justin and Sophie going glamping? Now that's short for glamorous camping, usually reserved for the rich and affluent. Now for a minute, let's think back to the previous woman to hold the position of spouse of the Prime Minister. How much more authentic and real does Laureen Harper feel compared to Sophie Trudeau? One, constantly obsessing over her designer gifts she's been taking, or her designer shopping sprees overseas like the one in China last year. And now Laureen Harper. Now, did she do anything during her time living at 24 Sussex Drive that ever compared in terms of personal vanity, as has been the case for Sophie Trudeau? No, and it's not even close, frankly. During her time in public life, Laureen Harper carried herself in the complete opposite manner of Sophie Trudeau. She tried hard to keep her name out of the news, her face away from the lenses of photographers. But did that mean she just sat on her hands and did nothing? No, not at all. Laureen Harper was actually an active campaigner for the Ottawa Humane Society and worked on developing an anti-bullying strategy that resulted in 2,400 students across Canada participating. But also, one of her most defining moments, I think, had to be back in the Calgary floods of 2013, where she helped to clean up houses in the aftermath. Well, guess what? Quebec and Ontario are seeing massive flooding over the past week or so, but I don't see Sophie helping out in her home province. After all, staged photo ops on Parliament Hill are less likely to result in a broken nail. Most, if not all, of Laureen Harper's activism and charity was without much media coverage. Unless, of course, it was to make fun of the fact she wanted to help stray cats. But probably her most defining moment in public life was when Laureen Harper turned down the opportunity to be the National Arts Centre's honorary gala chair, as her and Prime Minister Harper saw these rich galas as something that does not resonate with ordinary people. How populist of her. Of course, that is something I cannot ever imagine Justin or Sophie saying, as rich galas are essentially all that family has ever known. How Laurentian. For the Rebel.media, I'm Christopher Wilson. Thanks a lot for watching. I'm keeping a close eye on Justin Trudeau, Sophie Trudeau, and their glamorous lifestyle and bringing you all the details. So keep it locked to Rebel Canada's YouTube channel.